The story begins in the ancient land of Altaria, where humans, elves, demons, and dragons once divided the world among themselves. But 50 years earlier, humans and elves joined forces and defeated the dragons and demons, forcing them deep into the dark mountains. But evil always grows stronger in darkness. The hatred, revenge, and dark magic of the defeated creatures slowly gathered inside a mysterious gem in the hands of the black dragon himself. Hidden within the dark mountains, countless creatures waited for the day the black dragon would finally awaken. Meanwhile, humans and elves had spent years fighting each other over land and power, completely unaware that a far greater enemy was slowly approaching. But the elf princess, Nelwyn, already knew the truth. She understood that if they wanted to stop the black dragon, elves and humans would have to forget their old hatred and fight together once again. So she began working toward an alliance. One day, while Nelwyn was traveling through the forest with her companions, she suddenly gets attacked from behind by Princess Alina. Nelwyn quickly fires an arrow at her, but it barely affects Alina at all. Alina then turns toward an elf named Leah and says, "You should be standing with me. Soon, Altaria will belong to us." She warns Nelwyn that the demons have already begun marching, and the black dragon will awaken very soon. Then she mocks her, saying, "And you really think humans can be trusted? I already have a plan, and soon the elves will rule this entire world." The scene then cuts away. Next, we meet a young boy named Lambert, who's sitting high up in a tree searching for food in the forest. But suddenly, he spots a group of demons moving through the woods, hunting humans. Lambert accidentally falls from the tree, and the demons instantly notice him. Terrified, he starts running for his life while the demons chase after him. While escaping, Lambert nearly falls into a massive canyon and ends up hanging from a tree branch over the edge. One of the demons jumps onto the tree and tries to kill him, but Lambert quickly leaps onto another branch and keeps running. Soon, the demons completely surround him, but with the help of his two loyal dogs, Lambert barely manages to escape and rushes back to the village, warning everyone that demons have entered the forest. But before he can get far, the demons corner him once again and prepare to attack. Suddenly, a giant metal chain comes flying through the air, slicing through the demons and saving Lambert and his dogs. Lambert grabs onto the chain and gets pulled high into the sky, where he discovers it's attached to a flying ship. There, a dragon warrior named Varnak hands Lambert a wooden sword and tells him, "If you can defeat me even once, I'll give you a real sword." Of course, Lambert gets completely destroyed in the fight and tries to run away, but Varnak uses his powers to shock him, sending Lambert crashing right in front of him. Pretending to be unconscious, Lambert suddenly jumps up and sneaks in a hit on Varnak. Then he proudly yells, "I win." At that moment, Geraint and his sister Argenta arrive and tell Lambert to take his dogs and leave. But Lambert confidently says, "These two are soldiers too. If you all fight together with me, we can send the demons back to the dark mountains." And right after saying that, he immediately asks Varnak for his real sword. At the same time, Nelwyn visits the human king and asks him to form an alliance with the elves. But the king refuses instantly because humans and elves have been enemies for years. He tells her, "I will never trust the words of an elf." Nelwyn calmly replies, "You may not trust us, but the elven map never lies." She then shows him the map and explains that the black dragon's army is already moving toward them, and once the black dragon awakens, no one will be able to stop him. This is Altaria's last chance. After saying that, Nelwyn bows before the king. Princess Khazarana, who is also Nelwyn's friend, tells her father that they should listen to her. She bows before him as well. Even Tarim, who normally opposes the elves, finally admits that everyone must work together, but the king still refuses to believe them. "We defeated the dragons and demons years ago, and now you expect me to start a war because of a map." Meanwhile, Varnak visits a blacksmith to get a sword made for Lambert. He explains that he saw the boy fighting demons with nothing but a tiny knife and believes he may one day even fight dragons. Then Varnak jokingly complains that Lambert defeated him through cheating before shoving him forward. Lambert stumbles straight into Leah. Annoyed, Leah slaps him across the face and quickly runs away. Everyone is shocked to see an elf inside human territory. Embarrassed and angry, Lambert chases after Leah with his two dogs, determined to catch her and force her to apologize. He actually manages to catch her for a moment, but Leah tricks him and escapes once again. Lambert manages to catch Leah again, but the two of them suddenly crash straight into an old house. Before they can even recover, demons arrive outside searching for them. Thinking quickly, Lambert points at Leah and yells, "There's an elf in here." The demons immediately rush toward her, and while they're distracted, Lambert jumps into battle and starts taking them down one by one. Leah fights alongside him, firing magical arrows that explode explode through the demons with incredible precision. But soon, even more demons begin pouring into the area. That's when Geraint and Argenta arrive. The two of them destroy the demons so effortlessly that even Leah is shocked by how powerful they are. Meanwhile, Lambert keeps fighting on his own and somehow manages to defeat a massive demon, almost twice his size. Right after the battle, a warrior named Velskud arrives. He's an old friend of Geraint. Velskud tells him that the king wants him to become his advisor. Later, Velskud visits the king and presents a demon helmet as proof of the attack. He explains that demons have already started moving against them and fears that the black dragon may awaken very soon. Hearing this finally terrifies the king. Princess Khazarana immediately reminds him that Nelwyn had been warning them all along. Soon after, Geraint and the others also arrive at the palace. Velskud then tells the king that if Altaria wants to survive, everyone must unite. At last, the king agrees, but with one condition. In this war, my flag will lead the army. Nelwyn accepts the condition, and preparations for war finally begin. Soldiers from every side start getting ready to fight the demons together. Lambert is officially recruited as a soldier too, and for the first time, everyone feels hopeful about the alliance. Later, Lambert goes to Varnak and asks about his dogs, but Varnak simply tells him to focus on preparing for war. This is your time to learn. Pack your gear. Meanwhile, Lambert discovers that his dogs are with the blacksmith. He happily runs toward them, but then asks why they're tied up. The blacksmith casually explains, "Varnak sold them to me in exchange for your sword." He also tells Varnak that Lambert is still just a kid and shouldn't be dragged into war, but Lambert refuses to back down. He says Varnak saved his life, so now he has to fight beside him. Then, trying to sound confident, he promises that he'll return from the war with tons of gold and buy his dogs back someday. He even asks the blacksmith to make him another sword in the future. After saying that, Lambert quietly walks away feeling defeated. Leah notices him and sarcastically says, "A warrior crying over his dogs. Very impressive." But suddenly, Leah spots something strange nearby. She instantly fires an arrow and rushes after it. Lambert follows her and insists that there's nobody there, just a scarecrow. But Leah is convinced she saw someone watching them. At the same time, the king is having lunch with the warriors and reminds them that they once claimed the black dragon had been sealed away in the mountains for 100 years. Tarim responds that if demons are attacking again, then the dragon may awaken soon as well. Meanwhile, Leah and Lambert sneak into the room where everyone is eating and secretly sit near Varnak, stealing food while listening to the conversation. Geraint explains that they cannot fight both the demons and the black dragon at the same time. After sleeping for so many years, the dragon is probably even stronger than before. He reveals that the source of the black dragon's power is the magical gem embedded in his chest. Khazarana explains that the gem has terrifying abilities. It can both take life and restore it. Tarim immediately argues that the gem should belong to humans because the king is leading the war. Khazarana strongly opposes the idea, and soon all the warriors begin arguing with each other. Watching the entire room fall apart, Lambert suddenly jumps in and excitedly starts explaining his own plan to everyone. And somehow, he accidentally exposes Leah in front of the whole room too. The king orders Lambert to get out immediately, but surprisingly admits that he actually likes the boy's idea. He then asks Velskud what he thinks about it. Geraint warns everyone that even if they defeat the dragon and take the gem, the alliance will eventually turn against itself, fighting over that power. Because of that, he believes the gem must be destroyed forever. Meanwhile, Alina secretly visits Velskud and tells him that everything is happening exactly as she predicted. She promises that soon he will become the most powerful ruler in all of Altaria. At that exact moment, the king suddenly enters the room and orders Velskud to kill the black dragon and bring him the gem so he can become the strongest ruler alive. Alina smirks and says, "Our future king doesn't want to stay a mere general forever." The king finally realizes that she's an elf spirit and immediately orders her execution. But before he can do anything, Velskud kills the king himself. Alina then tells Velskud that the black dragon will awaken very soon, and now the war must begin. Meanwhile, Lambert prepares for battle and excitedly admires his new sword, only to realize he can barely even lift its weight properly. Leah laughs at him and walks away. Soon, everyone boards Varnak's flying ship and heads toward war. Lambert practices swinging his sword during the flight, but suddenly lightning strikes the ship. His sword slips from his hands and falls downward. Trying to save it, Lambert accidentally crashes into the ship's steering controls, completely breaking them. The flying ship loses control instantly and comes crashing toward the ground. until it's completely destroyed. Varnak looks completely devastated, watching his flying ship get destroyed, mostly because the king will never repay him for it. And since Varnak is already a broke warrior, losing the ship hurts him badly. Argenta warns everyone that if they waste any more time, the Black Dragon's followers might reach the dragon first and awaken him. So with no other choice left, the entire group continues the journey on foot toward the Dragon Mountain. Along the way, they use magic to clear obstacles and push deeper into dangerous territory. That night, the group stops to rest for a while, but a strange bat-like creature secretly spots them from above. The next morning, everyone continues traveling, forcing Lambert to carry most of the heavy supplies while they move toward a set of ancient ruins. Leah explains that long ago, a massive war between humans and elves took place there, and countless elves died in those ruins. According to legend, the spirits of dead elves still wander inside, which is why nobody should ever enter the place. The second Lambert hears the word spirits, he immediately gets nervous. And of course, a moment later, he slips and falls straight into the ruins. With no choice left, the others rush inside to save him. Meanwhile, Alina's spirit appears beside Velskut again and tells him, "I love you, but you must bring me the gem soon." As the group moves deeper through the ruins, ghostly spirits begin floating all around them. Everyone carefully avoids them while continuing forward. Suddenly, the strange bat creature from the dark mountains appears again and starts laughing at them. Leah explains that the creature is a scout used by demons to spy on intruders. Annoyed, Velskut immediately attacks it, but the creature suddenly vanishes using magic. Everyone starts chasing after it through the ruins. Leah fires magical arrows at the creature several times, but it dodges every single shot. Then Lambert suddenly jumps directly in front of it and grabs it mid-air. Kasarana instantly burns the creature alive, using her powers. Proud of himself, Lambert tells Leah, "See, we make a pretty good team, and thanks to me, everyone even found a shortcut." Geraint then warns them that the creature would have reported their location to the demons if they hadn't stopped it. But Velskut looks suspicious and says, "The creature mentioned there were strange humans here. What did it mean by that?" Geraint quickly brushes it off and claims the creature was just talking nonsense. Later, Leah begins teaching Lambert how to shoot arrows properly. She tells him that true accuracy comes from concentration. While practicing, Lambert gently holds her hand and says, "Everyone says I have a big heart." Leah grows quiet for a moment before admitting that humans have only betrayed elves in the past. She tells him that Princess Nelwyn warned her to stay away from humans, but somehow she feels like she can trust him. Lambert smiles and tells her Nelwyn is wrong. He says humans and elves can live together peacefully and promises that he'll never disappoint her. Slowly, the two lean closer and almost kiss, but right before the moment happens, Nelwyn suddenly calls out for them. At the same time, Geraint quietly admits to the others that the closer they get to the gem, the stronger his urge to change becomes. Argenta warns him that after coming this far, they can't afford to lose themselves now. Soon, the group finally reaches a gigantic wall of ice. Nelwyn reveals that behind this wall lies the path to the dragon nest itself. Velskut then questions Geraint about the gem, asking why he fears it so much. Geraint avoids the question and claims he knows no more about the gem than everyone else does. But Velskut pushes further and asks, "Have you ever touched the gem before?" Geraint replies that if he ever touched it, all of its power would become his. Then he attempts to break the icy wall himself. Next, Kasarana uses her magic on the wall, revealing giant marks shaped like battling dragons. The group realizes that dragons once fought there, and that some terrible evil was sealed behind the wall. Lambert then points out that if the wall is some kind of door, there must also be a way to open it. After examining it closely, Geraint notices another hidden dragon symbol buried beneath the ice. He places his hand on it and uses his power to unlock the entrance. The giant door slowly opens on its own, revealing a hidden path inside. Unnoticed by the others, Alina secretly follows them into the passage. Tarim warns everyone that they may be walking straight into a trap, and just seconds later, the guardians of the dragon nest suddenly attack them from the darkness. The warriors immediately fight back, battling the monstrous creatures while trying to move forward. Tarim orders everyone to follow him and escape before they get surrounded. During the chaos, Lambert saves Leah and pulls her along with him, while the group runs deeper into the caves. Tarim then uses his magic to seal the cave entrance behind them, but at the same time, Geraint and Argenta are still trapped inside. Geraint tells his sister that he may need to reveal his true form. Argenta panics and begs him not to do it, warning that everyone will fear them and try to kill them. But Geraint says he can no longer hold himself back. Using the diamond embedded in his chest, he awakens a frozen demon trapped within the ice and bursts out of the cave. Outside, Velskud becomes furious at Tarim for sealing the entrance, while Geraint was still trapped inside. But just then, Geraint and Argenta finally emerge safely from the collapsing cave. Geraint asks Velskud if there's still a chance to find the black dragon before it awakens. But Velskud tells him they're already too late. Coop and his demon army have reached the dragon nest, and they're preparing to awaken the black dragon right now. At the same time, a massive battle breaks out between Coop's forces and the creatures guarding the nest. Then suddenly, the black dragon awakens. The gigantic beast erupts from the darkness and immediately begins slaughtering Coop's own army. Meanwhile, Argenta looks at Geraint and quietly says, "You have to promise me we won't die here." Back with the others, Lambert and the group begin losing hope, as everyone realizes they may not survive this battle at all. Trying to encourage him, Varnak tells Lambert that if they make it out alive, they'll build another flying ship together someday. And next time, we'll come back stronger, and we'll win. But before they can move any further, demons suddenly attack them again. Lambert and the others fight while retreating deeper into the caves, eventually blocking the path behind them with a giant rock. Nelwyn then realizes that Leah and Lambert are still trapped behind enemy lines and says they have to go back and help them. Meanwhile, Lambert is desperately fighting demons on his own. One demon is just about to devour him when Leah suddenly appears and fires her final arrow, saving his life. But seconds later, another demon strikes Leah down. Seeing her fall completely shatters Lambert. Filled with rage, he slices the demon clean in half. Lambert rushes to Leah's side and breaks down beside her body. But then dozens of demons begin surrounding him from every direction. And in that moment, Lambert unleashes such a powerful scream that the demons around him are blasted backward. At the same time, Nelwyn and the others combine their magic and begin fighting back against the demon army together. Meanwhile, Geraint finally transforms into his true dragon form and starts tearing through enemies while breathing fire across the battlefield. Seeing a dragon appear, Nelwyn immediately fires arrows toward him because everyone believes he's an enemy. Argenta quickly stops them and reveals the truth. That dragon is my brother, Geraint. Moments later, Geraint transforms back into his human form. He explains that although he is part dragon, he's also human, and he can control the dragon inside him for the sake of protecting others. Argenta then admits that both of them are dragons and says that without their help, nobody there would survive. But Tarim still refuses to trust them. He claims dragons can never truly be good or become allies of humans. Geraint responds by saying that nobody in this world is completely good or completely evil. Velskud suddenly laughs and coldly says, "Then maybe dragons should disappear from this world forever." But before anyone can respond, the black dragon attacks them directly. Geraint transforms again and charges into battle against the monster. Argenta tries to transform as well, but at first, she can't control her powers. Geraint attacks the black dragon and attempts to tear the magical gem from its chest, but the creature overpowers him and throws him aside effortlessly. Meanwhile, Lambert stares at the black dragon and remembers Leah. Believing the magical gem may have the power to revive her, he decides to go after it himself. Elsewhere, Kasarana panics and says they can't possibly defeat a creature that massive. "He'll kill all of us," but Argenta refuses to give up. She reminds everyone that Geraint is risking his life fighting for them, and now they need to fight beside him. At that moment, Lambert suddenly leaps onto the black dragon's body and drives his sword into it. Inspired by his bravery, the others charge in together and begin attacking the dragon from every direction, all trying to remove the gem from its chest. Velskud manages to stab his sword directly toward the gem, but the black dragon knocks him away before he can take it. Just before Velskud falls to his death, Geraint catches him and saves his life. The furious black dragon then chases after Geraint to kill him, but massive rocks suddenly collapse onto the creature and temporarily pin it down. A few moments later, the monster rises again and unleashes streams of magical fire from its mouth, burning everything in sight. Geraint and Lambert continue attacking together, but the dragon suddenly grabs Geraint and nearly devours him alive. At the last second, Argenta finally transforms into her dragon form and rescues her brother, though the effort leaves her unconscious. Meanwhile, Nelwyn and the others combine all of their powers into one final magical attack against the black dragon. As the creature struggles, Geraint makes another attempt to remove the gem. At the same time, Lambert begins falling off the dragon's body, but then he notices one of Leah's arrows still with him. Using it, he tears through the dragon's wing. The wounded black dragon loses control and crashes downward, and in that exact moment, Geraint finally rips the magical gem out of the dragon's chest. The black dragon collapses to the ground and dies. As its body falls apart, poisonous gas begins pouring out from inside the creature, causing everyone nearby to start choking and coughing violently. Lambert survives the poisonous gas and immediately runs toward Geraint, begging him for the black dragon's gem. Geraint warns him that the gem is far too dangerous. If you touch it, you may never be the same again. But Lambert refuses to give up. He says he has to save Leah, no matter what happens to him. Seeing how desperate he is, Geraint tells him there may still be another way. He explains that instead of using the corrupted black dragon gem, he can give Lambert his own dragon gem, and if even the smallest spark of life is still left inside Leah, it might save her. Geraint then removes his own gem and hands it to Lambert. Lambert rushes over to Leah, holds her close, and quietly tells her, "I love you." Meanwhile, Velskud asks Geraint what it feels like to touch the black dragon's gem. Geraint admits that the evil power inside it is already affecting him, which is why the gem must be destroyed immediately. He asks Velskud to help him destroy it before it corrupts anyone else. But Velskud has no intention of destroying the gem. The dark power has already begun influencing his mind, and he wants to use it to become the ruler of all Altaria. Suddenly, Velskud attacks Geraint and steals the black dragon's gem for himself. He declares that, with its power, he'll destroy anyone who stands against him and rule the entire world. Then he reveals the truth. The king had planned to betray everyone eventually, which is why Velskud killed him first. Now he says he and Alina will rule the world together. But even then, he admits he never truly trusted dragons. Geraint tries to reason with him and says, "I'm your friend. The gem is controlling your body and soul. It will destroy you." He warns Velskud that no one can control the power of such an evil gem and begs him to hand it over before it's too late. Geraint believes he can resist its corruption and use its power for good, but Velskud refuses to listen and prepares to kill him instead. That's when Lambert steps in and challenges Velskud himself. Velskud actually praises Lambert, calling him a brave warrior. He even offers to let both him and Leah live peacefully in his future kingdom, as long as Lambert joins his side. But Lambert refuses. Velskud then embeds the black dragon's gem directly into his own chest. Almost instantly, the gem's dark power begins transforming him into something monstrous. Varnak tells Lambert that he's the only one left who can stop Velskud now, because everyone else is too injured to fight anymore. Empowered by the gem, Velskud overwhelms Lambert and nearly kills him, but at the last moment, Lambert uses Leah's magical arrow and strikes Velskud with it. Mortally wounded, Velskud finally realizes how far he's fallen. Before dying, he apologizes to Geraint for everything he's done and then falls into the abyss below. Moments later, Leah finally awakens. She walks over to Lambert, embraces him, and kisses him. Soon after, elven ships arrive to rescue everyone. Varnak sadly jokes that since his own ship was destroyed, he'll have no choice but to travel in an elf ship now. But despite everything they lost, everyone is relieved that both the Black Dragon and Velskud are finally gone. At last, Altaria is safe again. However, the Black Dragon's gem was never truly destroyed. In the final moment, Alina secretly recovers the gem for herself once again. And with that, the story comes to an end. If you enjoyed this adventure, don't forget to subscribe and share this video with your friends, because your support truly means everything.